At the end of the last season of Star Trek Discovery, the ship went through a wormhole that brought them over 900 years into the future. Michael went with them, but in her Red Angel suit instead of in the ship. And it looks like maybe they got separated, or maybe Burnham decided to go adventuring in her time travel suit on her own. She gets up out of a pile of dirt and says that she has spent a year searching for whatever started all of this, by which I guess she means the whole fiasco with her mother and Control, the crazy AI that wants to kill everything in the galaxy. I wonder if that means she's been going back and forth through time. She had to go back to put that signal in place to let Spock know that she's okay, so she probably went back to a bunch of other places and times as well. It looks like she also took a shuttle. She meets up with this guy who seems like he's probably from the 4th millennium, but we don't know why yet. There are a bunch of Andorians shooting fist guns at someone. Since we haven't seen these fist guns before, I think it's safe to assume that these folks are also from the 4th millennium. 4th millennium guy tells Burnham that she believes in ghosts because of the Starfleet emblem on her shirt, which I guess is supposed to imply that Starfleet is dead. Then there's a guy hanging out in an office with what looks like a Federation flag with far fewer stars on it. I suspect that this either means that the Federation has shrunk in membership, or maybe it's gone altogether and this dude is hoping to resurrect it. Whatever he has planned, he seems to need Michael Burnham to help him. Maybe she discovered something about how the timeline unfolded and this guy needs to know so that he can repair some damage to the timeline that someone has done or something. Or maybe he doesn't need her so much as he needs Discovery. Maybe he needs the Spore Drive or the data they downloaded from the Sphere. Now this bit is interesting. It looks like Burnham has gone to the caves of Makala on Trill, because there are a bunch of Trill standing around. These pools look like where the Trill symbiotes live. Burnham is in one of those pools for some reason. Maybe she's trying to talk to the Trill symbiotes. I always thought that it would have been cool if during the 1st or 2nd season they had Emily Dax on the show. She was the Dax who was alive during that time period. That would have also been a great way to introduce McCoy as well, since they used to be involved with each other for a bit. Now that they're way in the future and Trill symbiotes are super old, maybe Burnham is trying to get information about the past from them. Maybe the Dax symbiote is in there. I just want to see a Dax. Here Burnham is hugging Tilly, so apparently the two have been separated for a time. Stamets obviously survived, so that's good to know. Captain Georgiou is kicking some people. There's this lady in a Jeffries tube. Burnham and 4th millennium guy are running from some Andorians, a Cardassian, a human, a Lurian, and some other kind of alien. What I find interesting about this shot is their uniforms. They kind of look like old Klingon uniforms. Maybe the reason why that Federation flag had so few stars on it was because at some point a bunch of planets abandoned it and decided to join the Klingon Empire instead. That's a bit of a stretch, but I think it would make a good story. I'm looking forward to this season. Designing what things will look like in over 1,000 years will be an interesting challenge. It's a huge opportunity for the writers to get really creative as well.